Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we'll be taking a look at the HG Hobby Hi-Zack AOZ Advanced Zeta Reboot versions. This was a Fukuoka Gundam-based exclusive model kit that was released here in the US as a P-Bandai item, so you're able to get it in a couple of different ways. Anyway, it's not a retail release, unfortunately, being an Advanced Zeta kit, but it does look like a very cool design, so let's go ahead and check it out here for today's review. Alright, so normally a P-Bandai kit wouldn't be much to look at on the outside box, but here, as you can see, we have full artwork here for this one, being a Gundam-based Side F Space Colony exclusive over there. Just to give you guys a nice close-up look at this box artwork, it is really nice there. You can see one in the hanger there in the background, and we've got full art all around the sides of the box here as well. Here's what the ends looks like on the bottom here. Detail images of the fully built and painted kit there. There's a bunch of little detail shots. The style, the front and back side of it all built and painted up. And action over here in a few action poses. You'll notice it doesn't look like it comes with any weapons, but we do have the standard version or the Hi-Zack custom, which is going to be coming out as a P-Bandai item later this year, which will have the beam rifle. So anyway, here we have a little bit about the Gundam Park and a Gundam Side F there in Fukuoka. And let's go ahead and get this box opened up. Now, we had a full art box, but it looks like for the manual, it's going to be not in full color and very bare bones. So we just got the titling up there at the top, parts list down here at the bottom. I assume there's going to be a color guide in here. Yep, there is a color guide right there. But as you can see, the rest of the construction is all just here in black and white, so no frills there in the manual. But we do have a foil sticker sheet here included with quite a few color correcting stickers there. Most of them are very small, but one particularly large one right there. We'll see where those go on the kit in just a moment. Getting into the runners, then we do have some polycaps included with this one here in gray, PC001. And then we've got runners A1 and A2 here. As you can see, these are in white, a very nice light blue color, red, and then a nice orange color there as well. Then runners B1 and B2 are going to be all of our white pieces here for the kit. As you can see, B2 is just a copy of that part of the runner right there. Runners C1 and C2 are going to be here in a grayish purplish color here for all of our joint parts there for the frame. Runner D1 is going to be some more piping parts here in orange. Runners E1 and E2, some more armor pieces here in that nice light blue color. And then runner F1 is going to be a few more parts here in red, and that's it. Let's go ahead and check out the kit. Alright guys, and here is our Hobby Hi-Zack all put together. Quite the obnoxious color scheme, I have to say, but certainly a very interesting kit. And there's not really going to be too much in the way of accessories that we can look at with this. Pretty much the whole point of the Hobby Hi-Zack is that it's like just the mobile suit, but we'll take a look at everything that is included in detail here in just a moment. But first, just to give you guys a nice look around the kit. Certainly some nice detail on there, a very interesting, nice new mold here for this kit. And I'm definitely looking forward to future variations, but let's go ahead and take a closer look at this particular version. Right, so for the accessories here, well, yeah, we don't have any weapons. There's not any handheld accessories that you're going to use for weaponry or anything like that. But a stand, actually, no, there's not a stand included either. So let's talk about our hand option parts here with this one. We actually, we don't have any of those either. So we have 0 accessories with this kit, which, okay, I get it. The Hobby Hi-Zack doesn't use weaponry. It is not supposed to have weaponry. Okay, nothing to be handheld. That's one thing. But I honestly, my gripe with this is at least throw in maybe some hand options. If you know the kit's not going to be holding anything, what's really the use of having holding hands? Now, I know later variations of this kit are going to use those holding hands, so they have to include the holding hands on the runners for this particular kit because they are eventually going to use them. But for this particular release, really would have been nice to have a couple of extra parts on the runner to at least maybe give us some closed fists or some open expressive hand, like some open stretched out hand, something. That really would have been nice for this release, I have to say, but unfortunately, we do not have that. So this is all that you're going to get, and some leftover polycaps, and of course the stickers. So let's talk about the stickers. Interestingly, for the mono eye, if we pop off the top of the head there, you can turn the mono eye. Now, the mono eye is a molded detail, so it would be very easy to paint if you're interested in painting it rather than using the stickers. But it's actually made up of 2 stickers, a black sticker, because as you can see, the plastic part is actually gray, so you have a black sticker to cover the front, and then a pink metallic sticker there for the actual mono eye. So that's kind of interesting. Here on the front of the chest there, a pink metallic sticker for that little camera bit. Here in the front chest vents, you have those orange stickers that go inside red parts. Over here on this side, this big blue piece with this big sticker of the red and orange striping there on the side, which I mean does look pretty good once you get that into place. and press that sticker into the lines to give you that little bit of detail there. Around here on the back of the backpack, another pink metallic sticker right there. Down on the back skirt, a little orange triangle right there. And then a couple of stickers here on the legs for these little vent details in orange and black. On the front of the leg, the inside of the leg, and the back of the leg, those are also stickers there. And then down here on the front of the toe, you have that red piece and a gray sticker to make that little gray detail in the front of the toes. So we'll get into the articulation as well here, but just to mention about the overall build of this is one of the reasons why I wanted to pick up this kit. Originally, although I'm sort of interested in the design, just the fact that this color scheme is so weird and the fact that it doesn't come with any accessories, I thought I wanted to wait on this and maybe get a later version later on. The reason why I wanted to pick this up was that I had heard a lot of really great things about it. And I think the kit does have a lot of really nice engineering in there, and also the fact that it basically has no seam lines, which is also very cool. These shoulder parts are molded as single pieces. The arm parts are designed in a way that there's no seam lines there. The legs and the feet, everywhere is designed that there's no seam lines, which is awesome. So the construction overall is very nice. Although the one thing that I am finding to be a little bit unfortunate about it is that it feels very wobbly in hand. And I know that, yeah, nobody's gonna shake their Gunpla, but it's just, and it doesn't really matter at all, but it's just one thing that I found kind of interesting about it is that it's kind of wobbly in terms of like the ball joint between the top and bottom half of the kit. And then also here, for some reason, this hip section also feels kind of wobbly in there. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's not anything that's really going to matter at all, but I just wanted to point it out just because it was kind of odd. Wasn't something that I was expecting for a kit that seems to be so well engineered. But getting into the articulation here, so the head will go up and down a little bit. Being a Zaku head, you're not really going to expect too much range of upward and downward motion there for that. It does turn side to side. Also kind of would have been cool if they would have made it so that the mono-eye turns when you turn the head. Side to side would have been kind of an interesting feature so that you can turn the mono-eye without having to open up the head. Here in the stomach section, you have a really nice ab crunch forward there, a really quite far extension of the torso forward there like that, which would be really nice for doing some cool space posing. In terms of backwards articulation though, it doesn't really bend back that much. It's just on a ball joint here, so you have a little bit of range of movement there. Rotation is also slightly limited here at the middle section just because of the shape of the armor and everything. The shoulder joint will swing to the front slightly, although not very much, and then you can move the shoulder armor individually or separately from the shoulder. You can bring the arm up at the shoulder to about 90 degrees, actually not even really quite 90 degrees. You have rotation there at the bicep, and then here at the elbow you have a double joint which will allow you for a nice full bend there, which does look very good. The hand is just on a simple ball joint as usual. Our front skirts are molded together, but you can snip those in the middle for individual articulation of those. Up underneath the front skirts, there's nothing really to see there. The side skirts also can move up a pretty good amount so that you should be able to get the leg quite far out to the side there, which is nice. Back skirt is just fixed in place there like that. The hip joint will allow the connection of the legs to swing forward for better range of articulation of the legs upward. And once you bring the leg up, you have a nice double joint here in the knee, which is unfortunately not going to give you the same full bend that we have in the elbow. But it is a double joint and you are going to get slightly more than 90 degrees, but again, just because of the shape of the armor here in the back, that's kind of the extent of how far that reaches, but some nice detail inside of there. And then at the back side as well with this orange hosing parts. Speaking of that, I didn't really notice this before, and it's going to be very difficult to see on camera, but the orange is actually very, very slightly translucent. It's a soft plastic, it's a softer plastic for those orange parts for the tubing, which I don't really quite understand. There's not really any need for those to be soft because they don't need to bend at all. Even the one here at the leg, it doesn't actually bend. When you bend the knee, it's just the shape of it actually stays the same. It doesn't change. So there's not really any reason for that to be a softer plastic. It could have just been a normal hard plastic like the rest of the kit. But it is definitely interesting that it's very, very slightly translucent. So just found that kind of odd. There's some nice details here around on the side of the leg as well for these thruster details. And then going down here to the ankle, you can get a nice bend side to side here. As usual with a Zaku with big bell bottoms like this, you're going to be a little bit limited side to side for the ankle articulation just because of the shape of the armor around the ankle there, but you have some pretty nice range of movement side to side, forward and back here as well. I almost forgot about that entirely, that this front part here does also move up and down a little bit there like that. So if you move that up, you can move the toe all the way up to the front like that, or the foot I should say. It's not necessarily the toe only, there's no separation of the front of the toe. The foot is just one big chunk, so that's not going to bend at all, but up underneath the feet, some pretty nice detail there. No hollow gaps is always nice to see. That's it for the articulation. Lastly, just to go back around here to the backpack, these parts can move up and down here like this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, overall quite the interesting kit. Certainly one that I'm not gonna say necessarily that I would absolutely recommend to people. Like I said, the reason that I wanted to pick this up was because I'd heard a lot of great things about it, and there's certainly a lot of good things about this, but I feel like it, despite that, it is still very niche, especially in terms of its appeal, just due to the design. It's a little bit kind of different design. I'm usually not that big a fan of the Hi-Zack, this being the Advanced Zeta version. It's more interesting to me. I like it more than just kind of the standard original traditional Hi-Zack. And like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to the future variations, the kind of quote-unquote more normal looking ones, but this one being in such a odd, funky color scheme and coming with literally no accessories is not going to be one that I can necessarily recommend to you guys. I would definitely say, if you do like the design, if you are a fan of the Advanced Zeta Hi-Zack, I would say wait for the upcoming version that is going to be, like I said, kind of in the normal colors and coming with at least some accessories in terms of the weaponry. I think it was coming with at least a rifle or something. So I could definitely recommend that one to you guys, and I'm looking forward to that for sure. And as I said, the construction of it is really nice. You have some nice color separation there. Obviously, having the stickers for like the vent details and stuff like that would have been nice if some of those parts were also some separated pieces. If we had a little bit more color separation maybe in the legs for some of those vent details. But overall, those parts also would be quite easy to mask if you are planning on painting the kit, or even if you're not planning on painting the kit, they would be pretty easy to just hand paint in as well. So really, the stickers are not too bad. A little bit more color separation maybe would have been nice. You have some nice color separation up in the shoulder armor, with the red pieces being separate parts for the details up on the shoulder armor. And overall, the general range of articulation and construction, not having any seam lines at all in the kit, that's all very good and well. So there's definitely a lot to like about the base kit. It's just that this particular kit, I feel like, is probably going to leave a lot of people wanting a little bit more in the box. And so if that's your feeling on it, then I would just recommend waiting for the later upcoming version or versions. We might see more than just the one that we have coming up. But certainly let me know your guys' thoughts on the kit down in the comment section below. What do you think about this version? I know a lot of you probably already have this and built this, so if you did, and if there's anything that I missed, let me know. If there's any opinions that you have, if there's any opinions that you have on the kit after building it personally that you'd like to share, let us know in the comment section as well. And if you guys are looking for some more Gunpla, not this particular kit being a exclusive limited kit, of course, but if you're looking for some more standard release Gunpla, you can check the link in the video description down below to US Gundam store. We've got all sorts of great Gunpla there for you guys to check out, so check that out. And while you're here, guys, I would really appreciate all your support, leaving a like, leaving a comment, making sure that you're subscribed. It all helps out, and I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Till next time, have a great day. See y'all later. Bye, guys.